Hello, David here. I thought I'd show you some stuff that I'm working on. So here I'm doing a Cloud City guy. Don't tell anyone. And this is a folder full of stuff that I've got, of images that I took in Battlefront earlier on today. Battlefront 2. So there's lots of really cool images of corridors and stuff. And there's the administrator, and he's running around. And there's loads of other things, and then there's these guys, these Cloud City guys. And I found this really useful picture. So this is their model, I guess, that they made for the character running around, but not in Battlefront 2. The one I've got, this is Battlefront 1. So I don't know. I think maybe one of my sons, one or two, probably both of them have got this one, but I haven't. So I couldn't see the guy running around. But it don't matter because I've got this picture, so that's good enough. I didn't need to take any pictures, and also there's loads of other bits and bobs you can find on the web. So here I've made a start. Now I've used this is Dre Nevis, that was from the Rogue One concept art that I did. I did a kind of concept crew, and he is kind of like first mate or something. I quite like his face. It's kind of sad for some reason. Don't know why. Maybe because he wants to be number one or something. Anyway, but the boots and the trousers looked like quite a good match for this stuff. Let's get rid of that one. There's a bigger one. There's a gun. Yeah, there we go. So the boots and stuff, those have got a heel on, so I'll do that. But I'd already made all that for Jyn Erso character for that thing. So a lot of these parts were used for that as well. So you can save a lot of time by recycling things and just changing them a little bit and stuff, so you don't have to keep making everything. But the heels of these boots I'll have to redo. So that shoe was originally made as a sub D model in Freeform, which is another program that I've got that I find really useful for making sub D. But you can do all this kind of stuff in this program as well. But I know how to do it in the other one, so a lot quicker. So I do it in there. So what I've been doing is generally sculpting. I did record a video before this, but the sound, believe it or not, was so bad you couldn't hear what I was saying. And this is better apparently. And I did show the sculpting of this a bit better. Anyway, so this is built up on a body that's created. It's kind of a stylized kind of doll body, and those are brought out as extracts. So you can pick an area like that, and you can come down here and you can go extract. You click extract and it will basically build a bit on there, and then you can accept, and then you have to watch out for this though, because sometimes this catches me out, is that they're not always they're hollow, so that bit on its own. So if I extract that, and then we hide this body So you can see it's not, it's just like a skin. It goes in a bit, but yeah, that's something you really need to be careful of, because when you're making these, you don't want any cavities inside. There's usually things I can do to get rid of all that sort of thing, but yeah, sometimes it does catch me out, because it didn't really matter when I was doing things before in the toy world, due to other processes that I do, but here it matters quite a bit when people are 3D printing things that they want to keep. Anyway, let's get rid of that pile of rubbish there. And bring my bits back. So yeah, so at the moment I'm doing this jacket, and I'm kind of basically copying the shape of that. You can see it's a bit like that, isn't it? So yeah, if you do any sculpting or anything, don't be ashamed to like copy stuff. You know, I mean, I've spent my whole life doing that sort of thing. So that is basically going to be the centerpiece, you know, where his zipper is. So yeah, you can do something like that, and with a damn standard brush, and basically, you know, make these central parts up. Now, I've been building up the body here with this clay build tool. So at the moment I've got X transform on, active symmetry, I've got X on, and that allows me to sculpt on both sides at the same time. So I can quickly build up things on here, build out his elbow bit, and it'll be the same on the other side. And I just roughly do these things here with this brush. It does come as a square, but I don't like that. That looks really weird. So I use this Alpha 6, and you can quickly build up things. So there's these cuffs there. We get solo on that, so I can see. Switch to H polish, and I can flatten that out, make that a nicer cuff, and get that a bit better. So it's moved a bit there, so I'll go move, make that a bit bigger, bring out his cuff a bit to the right sort of size, go back to H polish tool, bring that size down a bit. So it's just basically plotting out things. So you see this is all kind of rough here. If I then smooth it, you end up with I auto save every once in a while very quickly. I've set that up because this program crashes quite a lot. So you can start to see creases appearing. And so what I like to do is a little demonstration of that, to get those creases looking like they might do in a real arm. Obviously I've not got a real arm, but they've done it already. And I've done girls' clothes and stuff so much over the years that kind of, you know, it's almost like second nature. So you know where all the folds kind of go, you know, sort of thing, and you can just start to turn that into the folds of clothes, you know. So you and clothes kind of the folds sort of zip in on each other and stuff in a weird way, and you can build that up. And remember that a lot of it comes from the elbows, so you put some stress points in there, and you've got bits coming up from there. And then you can smooth, put more lines in. It's a bit cruddy up here. I'll put big. Oop, wrong one. Put a big dent in that. And you see I've gone through there to the thing underneath. That's no good. Build that up a bit. And what I'm going to do then, once I've got the arms good, how I like them, I'll be cutting the arms off along this kind of line here. So you'll have a seam in the shoulder here. I've started to sort of build that in. And this arm here will be separate from the torso. So when it comes to posing, you've got separate parts. That makes it easier to, when you're posing, makes it easier to stay away from deformations and weirdness, and I find it easier. I'll do some posing. I'm also probably, for these guys, going to do some, so this is just a stand-in head because it was the head that I did before, but I'll probably do some there's like an alien who's got a really weird nose and stuff, and I'll probably do some aliens. That'd be quite nice to show that being sculpted, I think. When it comes to it, so I was just working on his top there. You need to make some of the, as I've discovered doing this, you need to make the detail quite pronounced. So because once you start printing it, none of this stuff that you do, all this fine detail and stuff shows up. You need to really go for it and cut stuff in and that sort of thing. So he's got a little bit of hem, and he's also got a kind of detail-y bits all sort of here, isn't he? Something I don't quite know what those are yet, but I'll be putting those in, and I'll have to do all that kind of quite big so you can see it. Anyway, that's fairly boring video, so I'll do this again when I've got something a bit more interesting to show. Okay.